President requests removal of 2 Guy oil executives. Man punches cop for serving him a summons. And police in Jamaica to probe shot-up wedding photo. I am Noriko Bulford, and it's nothing but bare corruption and Girl Scout cookies in this edition of Uncut News. Even though the investigation on Guy Oil is still ongoing, the president has already requested the dismissal of board member Akani Blair and chief financial officer Sean Passard. While he did not officially accuse neither Blair, Passard, nor CEO Trevor Bossu of any wrongdoing, he still said that anyone who had inappropriate contact must be removed. Well, according to Prezi, quote, no fraud was committed because no transaction was entered into, end quote. But he was quick to note that he did inherit from the last administration a multi-million-dollar fuel rocket involving the GDF, along with several much smaller ones. 38-year-old disorderly mess Herman Liverpool was recently recorded in a video punching a cop in the face for serving him with a court summons for a traffic offense. Police did not reveal when the incident occurred. Nevertheless, Liverpool was charged on Monday for assaulting a police officer, causing him actual bodily harm. He pleaded not guilty to the offense and was granted $50,000 bail. Apart from the assault charge, he was slapped with disorderly behavior, use of abusive language, crossing the double yellow lines on a public road, and failing to stop when directed by a police constable. Liverpool pleaded not guilty to these offenses also and was granted bail in the sum total of $30,000 for the charges. His next court date will be on July 27th. Giving our boy Liverpool just enough time to assault another officer or two. The police force is concerned with the growing trend of its own ranks breaching the Rona regulations. The GPF released a statement noting that members of the joint services have been partnering with civilians to hold illegal social events, especially after curfew. Then they disappear when the cops show up, leaving the civilian to take all the blame. The police said they will be moving to crack down on this practice. Yesterday, 26-year-old GDF rank Lancelot Giddings died after crashing into a pedestrian and a car on the Liliendal Railway embankment. According to the police report, Giddings was riding his motorcycle when 45-year-old pedestrian Sheldon Booker attempted to cross the road. Giddings knocked Booker down before his motorcycle was sent crashing into another vehicle, traveling the opposite direction. Both men were taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital where Giddings was pronounced dead, while Booker was admitted in a critical condition. The police are still reviewing CCTV footage of the accident for the investigation. Now it's time to tell you about Best Buy's car of the day. Currently on sale is this 2010 Toyota Hi-Ace Super GL. It comes with push-button start, all seats, sliding glasses, dual AC, mug rims, new tires, CD, stereo, reverse camera, and much more. Buy cash for $3.6 million, or pay down as low as $1,440,000 down with around $76,000 monthly for 3 years, and it is yours. Call or WhatsApp 662-0844 for more info, or visit their showrooms at 171 Peter Road Street, Queenstown, or Lot 2 Lamar Street, and tell them Noriko sent you for this sweet deal. 35-year-old Troy Sandy committed suicide after he stabbed a 27-year-old woman he was in a relationship with on Tuesday afternoon at Blackbush Boulder. According to the police, the woman and her children were on their way home when Sandy blocked the hire car they were riding in. Sandy was brandishing a cutlass and threatened the woman. The hire car driver and another man attempted to de-escalate the situation without much success. As Sandy and the victim continued to argue, he instead used a knife to stab her in the neck before escaping. She is currently hospitalized in a serious but stable condition, while Sandy took the coward's way out of the punishment and drank a bottle of poison. For the third time within a month, a Guyanese traveler has been busted smuggling whistling birds into JFK. But I guess they're sick of us now, cause while the last 2 bird smugglers were fined at the airport and sent back home, this time they charged the man, 36-year-old Kevin Andre McKenzie, with the illegal importation of wildlife. The 35 live finches were found stuffed in hair colors inside a jacket he was wearing and around his feet. McKenzie told authorities that he was offered US $3,000 to traffic the birds into the United States. Nevertheless, he was granted bail in the sum of $25,000. But if he is convicted of the crime, he could face up to 20 years in jail. So again, like I said, I guess they're sick of us by now. On Tuesday, police destroyed a weed camp at Karakara Creek in Region 10. The cops located 4 pounds of compressed marijuana and about 3,500 plants during the raid. They also claimed to have found a makeshift camp, but as usual, no one was discovered at the location. The field measured approximately 100 feet by 75 feet. A short distance away, 2 other farms were discovered measuring about 3 acres with marijuana plant ranging from 5 inches to 1 foot. Those 2 were also wasted by fire. Do you want to grow your money? Sell digital top-up. Become a top-up vendor through Cellular Plus and make some extra cash to supplement your income at your business or side hustle. Call 685-3109 for more info. It's now time for today's Run Report. Today, the nation recorded 137 new cases. There are now 293 persons dead. There are 13 persons in the ICU, with 1,505 persons in home isolation. The total number of known cases in the nation now stands at 12,963. So, please people, wash your hands frequently. Avoid touching your nose and mouth and mask up before you leave the house. When you do leave home, try to avoid enclosed spaces and large crowds. And remember to give 6 feet of space between you and others. Now, let's take a look at news in the region. In Jamaica, a high-level internal investigation is underway into the origin of the oddest wedding photos in a while. The photo of the shot-up bride and groom has attracted the attention of the top brass of the Jamaican Constabulary Force. The bride, with the police-issued rifle, is said to be a sergeant, while her groom's police affiliation has yet to be disclosed. In the background were 2 police service members dressed in uniform. The Professional Standards Oversight Bureau is leading the investigation. Robbery season might be over, but the streets are still mean. If I were you, I would consider getting security for the home or business. I personally recommend Sheriff's Security Service. I find that they are the most professional, with well-trained armed or unarmed guards. Get some security, people. Former Bayesian Minister of Industry, Donville Innes, was sentenced yesterday to 2 years in prison for money laundering. The U.S. permanent resident was convicted by a federal jury on 2 counts of money laundering and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering. According to the trial, in 2015 and 2016, Innes participated in a scheme to launder into the U.S. approximately $36,000 in bribes from executives of the Insurance Corporation of Barbados. In exchange for the bribes, Innes enabled ICB Limited to obtain 2 government insurance contracts. To conceal the bribes, the release said that Innes had the money sent to his friend's dental company in Elmont, New York. In addition to the prison sentence, the court also ordered Innes to pay US $36,536.73 in forfeiture. So not only is he getting time, but he's also getting a fine. And now for our weird news story of the day. One Girl Scout council in the US state of Virginia is offering a unique way to get their cookies to their buyers. The Girl Scouts of Virginia Skyline Council teamed up with Google to offer drone delivery in Christiansburg. Christiansburg customers can order their drone deliveries through the Wing app or website through the end of May. The company said it is committed to delivering at least 3,000 boxes of cookies, but the number could increase based on demand. While the girls will be providing the orders and get to learn about drone technology, they do not pilot the drones themselves due to legal concerns. I mean, because, who gets sued if a Girl Scout accidentally knocks someone down with a drone? Attention truck drivers! Hammer is one of the leading international brands for heavy-duty truck parts. Get high-quality brake pads, air valves, bearings, and clutches for DAF, International Freightliners, Bedford DM, Scummel, and lots more truck parts seen here. This nice lady is not included. Get it at Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts at 1161 EE Eccles. Call or WhatsApp 697-0171 or follow Powered Automotive Truck Spares and Engine Parts on Facebook. Moving on to our Uncut News Views Poll question of the day. Every day we pose a question about current events in the nation, the region, the diaspora, and how you feel it relates to us. So, you give your responses in the comments, and we'll read the best ones in the following episode. Yesterday's question was, Do you think we should build the $900 million gas to shore plant or nah? Peter Hudlis said, sell the natural gas. That price is way too expensive for gas to shore for electricity. We have a lot of garbage. Why not invest in a waste-to-energy plant or even hydro? Owen Bruce said, the gas to shore project can be a good investment if the savings will be passed down to citizens in the long run and not used for political mileage by the politicians. Sigh, but it's probably wishful thinking. Of course it's wishful thinking. But still, it's nice to be optimistic. Nicholas Basdio said, let them take the $900 million and develop the standard of living for our poor locals. I like the sound of that. And Grant says, $900 million? That's madness. We should invest in distributed renewable energy production and storage. This would provide skilled jobs throughout the country and an energy source that will not run out. Frankly, I agree with you all. It sounds like you, like I, would rather power our green Guyana with green energy. So for tonight's question, there has seemingly been an uptick in civilians assaulting police officers. What do you think should be done to stop this trend? Or do you even think something should be done to stop this trend in the first place? Aha! Think about that question and tell us in the comments below. If your response is good enough, we just might feature it in Thursday's episode. Anyway, that's all the time we have for tonight. Check us out tomorrow for another. Until then, I'm Rico Bullford saying good night, folks. Hey, Uncut News viewers, thanks for watching. You can subscribe by clicking on this button over here, or click over there for more news. You can also drop a comment to let me know if you've made it to the end of the video. Goodbye for now.